One of the biggest mistakes that is a huge problem is misunderstanding that a case study is not a single subject experimental design, that there are design controls that need to be implemented, and a case study does not equate to single case experimental design. People misunderstand that, or they misinterpret the term multiple baseline to mean that because you're measuring multiple things, that gives you the experimental control. You have to be demonstrating instead that you've measured multiple behaviors and that you've replicated your treatment effect across those multiple behaviors. So one instance of treatment being implemented with one behavior is not sufficient even if you've measured other things. So that's a very common mistake that I see. There's a design, an ABA design. That's a very strong experimental design where you measure the behavior, you implement treatment, and you then, to get experimental control, need to see that treatment go back down to baseline for you to have evidence of experimental control. It's a hard behavior to implement in our field because we want our behaviors to stay up. We don't want to see them return back to baseline, but oftentimes people will say they did an ABA, and really all in effect what they did was an AB. So they measured, they implemented treatment, and the behavior didn't change because the treatment was successful, but that does not give you experimental control. So they think that they did they think they did an experimentally sound design, but because the behavior didn't do what the design requires to get experimental control, they really don't have experimental control with their design.